And we're live.
Hello,
Hello, hello,
everybody.
hello, my friends. Thank you for joining me. I'm Nicholas W Fuller, and this is my little show, Person Behind the Pages, where we get to know the creators that make the things we love, or in tonight's instance, the specific author that we like to trash talk. I
Yeah, that's
am
me.
joined tonight by ZB Steele. How you doing, bud?
Good, man. I'm excited about this, even though I know there's a few rabble rousers in the chat already. If you can go ahead and kick them, that would be great. We can get them out of here. But other than that,
I'm loving the folks that are here for me. I mean, it's kind of making
no.
yeah.
See,
Yeah.
all those people got to leave already. You and me are awful.
This one, love you
Yeah,
too.
all right.
All right,
She
all right.
rules.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. Oh, hey, what's up? Better, you would say he's a
Pippin. Hmm.
ha ha ha. I
I can never get
really,
out of Pippin, no matter what
I,
he says.
I feel like the one that we need to boot is actually you, Zach. Sorry, it's just gonna be me tonight. No, just kidding. I'll just put a mirror and interview myself. No, no, no. Anyway, we've got a lot of fun stuff I want to talk about. I was polling the community for questions beforehand, so I've got some bangers. I think of course, we're going to
Some
want to talk
bangers.
about Whispers, uh, your book. Um, yeah, Whispers of the Storm. I did get that right. I got nervous for a second. I was like, is it Whispers plural? No, no. Um, I do want to talk too about Inkling of Flame
Yeah.
and that awesome cover you have. I don't know where you got the idea for that, but I think it's so unique and cool. Um, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, brother. Ooh,
Yeah. Ooh.
good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we can go
Um,
ahead and dive into that if you want.
no, no, no. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna play a little game, ZB, called "Finish That Song" by your absolute favorite band that you think doesn't get enough attention. So here we go.
Alice
We
in
all
Chains.
just want to be big rock stars and live in hilltop mansions, driving 15 cars. Go.
The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. We'll all stay skinny because we just won't eat them. We'll hang out and
Yeah.
be cool. What?
Perfect.
You guys didn't want me to go for like 4 minutes there?
No, no, no. Please. Yeah.
No, no.
Get.
I bring enough misery into the world as is.
I love that tweet where you, yay, rockstar. You were saying, like, how did you phrase it? That your hot take, I think, was that Nickelback actually has good songs. So we
Which
had
they
we had
do.
to go there. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. It's so weird how that became like the band to shit on, where it's like, Imagine Dragons is right there. Nickelback actually
Ooh.
have good stuff.
Oh man, I don't know. I get down with Imagine Dragons, but I enjoy shitting on Nickelback. I mean, like, listen, Rockstar is a banger, but like,
Banger.
Photograph, I don't know. I don't know. Like, what?
Yeah, I
Give me
mean,
like, what are your top three Nickelback songs?
I'd probably go Hangnail. I think that's extremely underrated, and then I'll
Okay.
go with the classics of Animals and Rockstar.
Word. I think I know. I think I've heard Hangnail, and that one actually does go hard. If it's the one I'm
Yeah,
thinking of. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little bit like earlier in the career, a little bit edgier and stuff.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
All right. All right. Maybe you got something there. Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, those are good songs. There's just no way around that.
Arguable. Arguable. But
It's it's better than this new band that's been out, something like Sleep Token or something like that.
uh oh. Uh oh.
There it is.
NJ's like, oh no, Rock ended with the '80s. Oh my god, bro, no, no.
Yeah, Mike hasn't seen a movie, so his music taste also doesn't matter.
Right? Yeah, yeah. And Mike has the dumbest requirement for books. He's like, if it's over like 500 pages, I won't ever pick it up. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
He said something once where he's like, if it's too dark, if it ends on a cliffhanger, and
Yeah.
something else, like if it's like character, if nothing happens in the plot, and I was like, oh god, dude, you're gonna hate my books. I don't like this at all.
You're like, it's very dark and nothing happens. All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, I want to get to some of these questions that folks have asked because these Mike's DNF ability. Yeah, yep, yep. Uh, I am supposed to tell you from Sean Halpin, who I think was here, maybe not. Anyway, but that it is day 13
Stay
of him
tuned.
telling you to read The Emperor's Soul. So get on that. Get on
I'm
that.
working on it. I'm like halfway through Empire of Silence, and then that's next.
Word, word. Okay, fair, fair. Luke wanted me to ask you where you were on April 8th, 2025 at 6:87 p.m., which now that I think about it, 6:87 is very strange, and why you were wearing clogs.
Well, clogs are the ultimate getaway shoes, and I mean he knows what I was doing, but we can't talk about this on this show. The after hours show we can talk about it, but
Right,
too many
fair.
eyes, too many ears.
Clogs are the ultimate getaway shoe. I need more.
Well, I mean they make this like echoing effect when you're really running, and so it sounds like there's like 30 people, and you're like, I'm not equipped for this.
I can't chase 30 people. Right, right.
Yeah,
What
like
if
if
they
they
turn
turn,
around?
yeah, no,
Yeah,
you just can't do it.
yeah, yeah. Some guy named ZB Steele said, "Why is he so good looking?" But kind of as a addendum to that, bear with me here. My good friend Scott Palmer said, "Ask him how he stays so goddamn beautiful when his diet is only coffee and the souls of others."
I have not had coffee in 10 years. I've only had it once or twice in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I can only remember once like having like an actual cup.
yeah.
I was working an all nighter at a job because I fucked something up, and so I
Whoops.
just I got
Yeah.
in at 10 a.m. that day, and I left at like 7 a.m. the next day. So that is the only time I've had a cup of coffee.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting, interesting. So, like, do you just not like the flavor?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of just like a child taste wise. Like I had a rainbow sherbet today, and it just tasted like ice cream. Yeah, I crushed it. It was awesome.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's funny. I am generally with you. I generally prefer tea over coffee, but like I got to tell you, my wife is like a coffee nut, right? So, easy to kind of make her day just by like making her coffee, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
But like I'm start to get the bug, I think.
yeah.
Like yeah, it's very strange to me because like people put their whole identity around like the coffee
Oh
drink that they
yeah.
want and whatnot, and now I'm like, wait a minute, am I that guy?
Oh God, I hope not. Because you can
Yeah.
like coffee and be a coffee nut, but if you say something like "but first, coffee," it's like get out of my face.
Right, right, right. Or if like your Starbucks order takes more than like 10 seconds to actually say, then like what are you doing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm lactose intolerant. I already feel bad about having to order oat milk. That just seems like a stretch on my chai latte. My chai latte.
I think you just got to embrace it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
better to live in pride than shame.
Right, all right. True, true. Now I'm gonna have the most elaborate order imaginable and be like, ZB told me. ZB told me.
That's not what I meant, but yeah, I'm here for it.
This is interesting. Hate coffee here, but when I was in Italy and Greece, I love the coffee. You know what?
That's just hipster bullshit. Get out of here.
Hipster bullshit. Yeah. Lies.
It's like those people who are like, I only eat pizza if it's from New York. Just like, get out of my face. Embrace mediocrity.
Zebifer, not my younger bro. All right, all right. Dave Lawson, Zebifer. I like it.
Yeah.
Z
I'll be
stands
joining Dave in the Bald Club shortly.
same, same. I'm not. Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, let's not raise the camera to the overhead angle.
Yeah. No. All right, all right. Well, we played my Nickelback game. I think I've got through all the shenanigans. So, like, let's talk some books and stuff.
Cool.
So, there was one other question that like relates though. My other friend Sam Paisley said, how did he phrase this? I want to get it right. How the hell did he get so many sales so quickly after publishing?
That's a good question.
But I think, tell me if this is true. Like, well, Sam, God bless Sam, love Sam, but Sam like kind of put out a book and then went, marketing is a thing.
Yeah.
I think like before you put out your book, you were already doing some reviews and kind of getting engaged with the community and that sort of thing for a while. How long have you been doing reviews and stuff?
Oh God, probably coming up on a year and some change now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we mean like official, like back in the SFFI days, I probably was like a year ago. I would think that I joined on, maybe a
Nice.
little bit before that. But yeah, a year and some change, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
There's a slight misconception about me where people think Whispers and Inkling are like my debuts. I had a book
Okay.
come out, yeah, in like 2023 December.
So long ago.
So
Okay.
long ago. Yeah. So I think that helped kind of get my feet wet and kind of learn what to do, what not to do, who to pitch to and everything. And I don't know. I think I just like connecting with people. I think I have a cool cover. And I think those two things have really kind of gone a fair way.
Connect with people, have a cool cover. That's it? Huh? All right. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's all. So it is interesting. People will ask me like, "What did you do?" I'll be like, "I don't fucking. I'm winging it out here.
Right. All
No
right.
plan."
Uh, Briefly, I don't know what I did to piss off Pete, but like he started being like
Other
here
Nick,
for me,
man,
and
he
like,
means coffee Nick.
oh, you're right. You're right. He means the hipster that likes his Greek
Yeah,
coffee. Yep.
me and Pete speak the same language. I get it.
Okay. Um, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So you done reviews for SFF Insiders, SFFI, but you've also
Yep.
done reviews for Grimdark, I think. Why?
Yeah,
Right.
I left SFFI 3 or 4 months ago, maybe.
Okay.
Um, yeah, there was just some creative differences and some behind the scenes stuff, and then just kind of shot Adrian a note because I actually shot Adrian a note like probably like 2 years ago, being like, "Yo, how do I get on this team? Because you guys do dope shit."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then so I built up a bit of a resume, and then it was just kind of like the stars aligned, and it was like, here's everything I've been doing. Here's some cool ideas for some articles that I want to do. One of which should go live soon.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, really just kind of got lucky, and it's just such a cool team to be a part of.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems like, I mean, they're doing work. They're doing work. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. So, all right, let's take it back even further. Are you one of the folks that's like always been a writer since you were a
Yep.
wee little thing, or are you someone that kind of came to it a little later? It sounds like early.
No, I've pretty much always been drawn to it. One of my earliest memories is just like I was a silent child. You wouldn't believe it now. I wouldn't say shit to anybody at any time for any given purpose ever.
Okay.
And the only public speaking thing I ever volunteered for in my entire school history from kindergarten to college was tell a story to the class, make one up and tell it. And that was in like kindergarten or first grade, and I did it and I loved it. And then I wrote this pirate story that the teacher criticized because it was too violent, which tracks for me. Yeah,
Which tracks?
fuck her.
Right. Yeah,
And then,
pirates are well known for their peaceful solutions to things, right?
yeah, it
Yeah.
was some kid who got kidnapped on a pirate ship, and then he started killing all the pirates or something like that.
Nice, as you do, as you do.
And yeah, what else you gonna do? It's a
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
You got
Right. Right.
pirates. You got pirates.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. So, pirate story way back when, and just kind of, did you like? Have you always had the dream of being an author, or
Oh
were you
yeah.
like, yeah?
Yeah. Pretty much ever since I had a dream job, I was an author. And although in high school, my edgy days, whenever people asked me, I would just say I want to be an ordinary Joe, which is also kind of true.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. My
Didn't
more
have very
edgy
high goals.
my edgy days when I remember specifically there was like an assignment in one of my high school English classes, and it was like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I don't know." But I was playing in a garage band at the time, so I was like, we'll just say Rockstar. That'll be fun." I just like brought in a
Nickelback.
right, yeah, and I brought in a terrible like VHS video recording from like a camcorder of like because I'm old of us, playing in my garage, and like people were like, "This guy?" And I'm like, turns out, yeah.
Yeah. What kind of music did you guys do?
Oh, I mean, this was like 2001. So we were deep in the pop punk kind of, vibe. And that's what we were playing like some original pop punk that we didn't have lyrics for.
Yeah.
But like, we had the vibe and the sound and we had the good times. So of course
Yeah.
it did like it the recording was abysmal because we did not have any kind of reasonable equipment to record any of it, but still, it was fun.
Yeah. No offense to you, but man, I hate pop punk as just like as a genre. Like
I can see
like the "Where Are You?" No, I can't do it. It's not for me.
it. What were you listening to in your like edgy days when you just wanted to be an ordinary Joe? Was it
Uh, dude,
improvisational jazz?
no, my music career was basically always it's like ninth grade that my dad introduced me to Megadeth, and dude,
Okay.
that was all I listened to for like 3 years.
What, bro? Wait. You went Megadeth and then Nickelback? How, like, what are we doing? What?
Nickelback was always like my guilty pleasure. Like I would like sneak that one onto a playlist or two, like in the
Yeah,
car, like, oh, how'd this chick get on here? Oh, who knows? Yeah,
yeah. Got Symphony of Destruction right into Photograph. I love it.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
that was the playlist, dude. Yes, it was. You'd go sweating bullets to animals, and then there'd be like 7 Megadeth songs in a row. You'd be like, oh, Rockstar again. All right.
I had like I would have even like weirder, more random stuff, like throw in like an Avenged Sevenfold and then like a Train song,
I see
just to
nothing wrong with either of this. So, I did miss the days of like Avenged Sevenfold and Disturbed and all that. Those were good.
yeah.
Corn.
Did they ever? This is very random, but did Avenged Sevenfold ever get another drummer?
I have no idea. I only owned
Right.
that one CD, like Welcome to Nightmare or Nightmare, whatever it was called.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that blue one with the gravestones and everything. Yeah, that was a good CD though.
Asking the important questions here. How many years of Creed? Honestly, like how everyone that one song is on so many. Can you take me higher? On so many reels, and I'm like, when did that get cool? Like, I mean, it
What do
does
you mean,
kind
when
of
did that get
slap on the
cool?
reels, but like,
That's always been cool.
all right. Fair.
My dad did have Human Clay, and there's some decent songs on there. Like Beautiful is a good song.
Human Clay. I've never heard of Human Clay.
It was their album title. The only one I really remember was Beautiful. Like that was a good kind of almost grunge song.
Okay. All right. All right. Interesting. I feel like we could just riff about music for a while, but
I'm
I
totally fine with that.
I do want to talk about, of course, the books, but also a little bit more about you. One of the things that I found interesting, like, because obviously you're a fantasy nerd, but that's what we're all here for, and not to like this is very stereotypical, but still, like, you're living in Birmingham, Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Like, have you always lived in Alabama?
No, fuck no. No, no,
Fuck.
no.
Tell me
No.
more. How'd you end up there? What is it like? How does it compare to the stereotype?
It's not as bad as people say, but it's
Hmm.
still pretty bad. So I'm a Georgia native. I lived in Peachtree City for
Okay,
26, 27 years, Golf Cart City, USA. Drove a golf cart to high school every day from sophomore year to senior year.
that's kind of fun.
Oh, it was a blast, except in the winter. Like, there's this
Mm,
one specific spot on like there was a bridge and there was like two lakes kind of split, and that
mhm,
crosswind would get going and going. In the winter, it was cold as hell.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah, 'cause no doors, nothing. But yes, I lived there for 25, 26, 27 years, however long it was, and then wife lives over in Birmingham, so I moved on down. And here I am. I still think it's a bottom five state. I think Louisiana is probably bottom five.
Mm.
Kentucky, Mississippi. So it's not great, but
I feel like you're just listing states by like education performance, actually.
it's education, lifespan, money. Infrastructure, the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well. I mean, at least you get to be a nerd and have the internet. But
Plus, it's cheap to live here.
that is a plus. I mean, that was. I think it was. There was a little bit where my wife was like, "We should move. We work online. We could go anywhere." And I was like, "Where would
Dude,
I?
come
Oh,
on
that's
down to
cheap.
me.
That's
Let's go
cheap."
hang out.
I don't know, man. I really like Wilmington, North Carolina. It is not bad at all. But
North
and
Carolina,
it's
I think, is the prettiest state.
North, dude. I like it a lot. I really
Yeah.
do. I lived
Maybe I'll move
in.
up to you. We can get drunk and go do like karaoke.
Yes, I will. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, dude, that's a good question. Oh man, I've only gotten to do karaoke once,
Really?
and
Oh man.
yeah, Me and this one girl were gonna do one of the Kendrick songs, not Muddy Trees, not Mad City, might have been Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. And then it was a work event, and my
Perfect.
intern talked me out of it. He's like, "You guys just go do it's Journey's big song, Don't Stop Believing."
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That one's solid. That one's solid. I
yeah.
mean, it's hard to screw it up. You know what I mean? It's a
He had a
good
good point of like,
go-to.
yeah, you want something people know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 I feel like John Bon Jovi is an excellent go-to. You know,
yeah,
like "Living on a Prayer." You get the whole crowd. Whoa! Like easy, easy. Um, There was a so I used to live in Central Florida, and at Universal City Walk, which is like in front of Universal Studios, there's like a bunch of shops and bars and whatever. There's this one bar, I can't remember the name, but it doesn't matter. They had a it was a karaoke bar, but they didn't
yeah,
just have a machine. They had a live band and like backup singers that were like dancing, and like you get up and you got all that like while you're singing karaoke. It was
yeah.
quite fun. Uh, I got up there and I sang "Superstitious" by Stevie Wonder.
You wonder, yeah, it's a great pick.
Mm, mm. I was it was enjoyable. Did yeah. It
Yeah,
was Go ahead, go ahead.
I think the ideal karaoke song is kind of like that, where it's like something everyone knows, but you wouldn't
Yeah,
pick. It's not like a
yeah.
classic go to.
Right.
That's a good pick. I'm a little jealous of that.
You're welcome. Yeah, right. Um it was good. Anyway, we should do You're not going to Worldcon, are you?
I am.
Bro, we're karaoke night on Worldcon. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. We need to find people to participate with us. I'm sure there's other folks we can make happen.
As long as it's Rockstar by Nickelback, and we can work that way.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Okay. Okay. Solid. Do you like Less Than Jake? No, you're like, ooh.
I don't even know what these are.
Central Florida is a geographical location.
Oh, yeah. God, I forget that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Now, where in Florida is Central Florida? Is it like, is it at the top, or is it at the bottom, or is it kind of in the center?
Well, you can just forget about the Panhandle. The Panhandle doesn't count. So, like, we're just talking like north to south, like it's in the
Yeah,
middle there. But it spans from Tampa on the west all the way to like Cocoa Beach on the east. So, there you go. There you
so
go.
kind of central. Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. It's the middle kind of. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
um. Okay. So, all right. Let's talk about books for a bit. Before I just completely derail like our entire conversation, let's make sure that I talk about books for a little bit. So, you've got, of course, Inkling of Flame. Was that the first of these two in this universe that you came out with, or was
Technically,
it Whisper?
yes. It is the
Okay.
first published. It is the
Hmm.
second written, though.
Interesting. Talk to me about like how that happened.
Yeah, so I wrote Whispers. The longer the book, the longer the whole editing, beta reading, whatever stage is.
Hmm.
So while Whispers was with the editor, I think I was like, "Fuck, I'm bored." I'm just gonna. I like writing, so I'm just gonna write a little novella real quick.
Hmm.
And man, how writing has kind of its ups and downs and imposter syndrome, and sometimes you're like, I'm the greatest of all time.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I write like one or two sentences where I feel like that out of 70,000 words. Yeah.
Yeah, and Inkling of Flame is certainly the best I've ever felt writing.
Nice,
Like
nice.
there were one or two moments of imposter syndrome, but really it was just pretty much smooth sailing, like 1,500 words a day. Wrote it in a month and then edited it over a course of 2 months, maybe. And I was like, oh, here you go, world. I don't know.
Now here you go. Yeah. All right. Love it. Love it. For anyone not familiar with it, give us your pitch.
Yeah, so it's a prequel novella for Song of the Damned.
Hmm.
It centers on this cat named Lane, who's kind of an abused kid a little bit.
Okay.
Not fully an orphan, but kind of living on the streets a little bit. Comes home late at night to a family that he doesn't really like being around, and he gets wrapped up with this gang of good doers, pretty much, and gets introduced to religion, and then he's forced to join a war. That
Oh, I
ends.
hate it
Yeah,
when that happens.
yeah. What do Pirates on Tuesdays, wars on Wednesdays. What are you gonna do? Yeah. So we actually joined this story. It's a frame narrative like Name of the Wind or
Uh-huh.
those kind of stories like Gene Wolfe too. I'm forgetting. Uh, Shadow of the Torturer, Book of
Okay.
the New Sun, that kind of narrative. Yeah, where everything's already happened. So Lane is telling the story of what happened to him and his friends to an Inquisitor. So yeah,
Nice.
like
Okay.
90% of it's first person, and then little interludes kind of laced in between.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that. Um, I want to talk. I want to ask you again about that cover more in depth. But Dave Lawson is just absolutely. I mean, this is too good, right?
Dave is right and wrong. There's no literal foxes, but um, the god that Lane and his friends worship is a fox. So
Oh,
like the
suck
stained
it,
glass.
Dave. Suck
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Fuck off, Dave.
So the stained glass is meant to represent the god.
Correct. Yeah. So like I don't know. People and I don't know. I want your opinion on this. Do you think this cover is cute or what?
I, no, not children's book cute. No.
I don't think so.
Cute.
And once you've read it, it's kind of an ominous little picture. Like the
Yeah.
moment I saw it, I was like, "That's ominous as hell," because I know the
Oh,
story.
really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. I
yeah.
don't get ominous, but I don't get like kids book cute. I really like the. I mean, the concept of it, of like this look of stained glass, is just. I think it's so novel.
No,
But I really like it. I mean, I think it stands out.
yeah,
Was that entirely like your idea, or was it your cover designer's idea, or?
yeah. That was my idea. My sister-in-law actually did the cover, and we kind of went back and forth with like 3 or 4 or 5 different covers, and they were good, but they weren't like doing it for me.
Sure.
And I was like, well, time's coming up. This is a novella that I really have no budget for at all.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to do a stained glass thing? Because it's like a whole religious theme and everything. If it's not possible, don't worry about it. We'll go with this the backup. And she was like, oh yeah, I can do that. And then she did it. I was like, this is the coolest fucking cover I've ever seen.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you done anything with the like alternate versions? Do you have, or like social media posts or anything, or you just sit
Nah, I
on them?
don't imagine I ever will.
Really?
They're cool, but they don't totally encapsulate the vibe like I had pictured.
Word. They're more adorable. Too
Yes.
cute. Too cute.
Yeah. The kids' books, maybe.
Yeah. The coloring book version of your stories.
The coloring book mentioned in today's age is a little bold.
Yeah. Whoops. Anyway. Anyway. Um. So you wrote Whispers, and it was out like to the editor, and that's when you wrote Inkling of Flame, and then you wrote Inkling of Flame. It was all jive and it was going good, and then you just decided to like put it out right away.
Yeah, pretty much. I know a
Yeah.
few people who have done like sudden releases, and man,
Yeah.
it's a rush. It's very
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
That's kind of exciting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm certain you make more money and get more eyes and whatever with a normal build up, but the rush is very nice.
Yeah. Were you still able to kind of organize a bit of a cover reveal, or no?
No, I just dropped it.
You're like, "Boop, here it goes. Here it is."
Yeah. I
That's
had a few
exciting.
people who do cover reveals get mad at me because they're like, why wasn't I included? I was like, nobody was included, dude. I just did it. I just dropped
That's funny. But I
it.
mean, that's kind of a good place to be, that they're upset that they weren't included. That's nice. Well, like,
Yeah.
in that you've got that foothold in the community a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Um, Good. And so you've been well reviewed both with Inkling and with Whispers, right?
Yep.
Is there any like review that sort of stuck out at you and you're like, like this is the one that like hit, and
That's an interesting question. If, is it a cop out answer to say all of them?
I think that's a fair answer. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every time I get a review, I'm just like, God damn, that's cool as hell. Like, I wrote this thing that was really like a dream, and then like someone read it and then took the time to review it. Like, that's cool as shit. There's just no way around that.
Right. Right.
I will say, like, the one review that I do think about the most in between, like, well, there's a few. Like, Esme Rosalind's, I think about a lot. Dr. John's, I think about a lot. Patrick Leah's. And then there's a few more moving ones too that I like don't immediately jump to mind, but I would say the first honest review that I got, like from someone I didn't know, it was James Harwood Jones for a Few Days More, where he's
Hmm.
called something like bloody, relentless, and devilishly addictive. And I rode that high on that review for months.
Yeah, yeah, as
Yeah,
you should. That's
yeah.
pretty solid.
Plus, he gave Michael Michelle a 4 star, and Michael Michelle's fucking right. So,
I think I remember you mentioning that in a
oh,
different
we did
chat.
talk about this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice of you to bring it up again. I like it.
Oh
I
yeah, you
like
gotta
it.
kick him when he's down.
Yeah, right, right. Just
He started to recover. I was like, no, fuck that. Get back down on the ground.
no, sir, no, sir. That's funny. Cool, cool. Did you end up like? Did you send a fair bit of review copies to some of these folks that you had kind of mentioned?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, physicals are definitely a little bit harder to get going just because
yeah.
budget, money, and everything.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but in New York, I honestly like during the arc stage, if someone asks for one, I don't. Here you go. You could have 4 followers. I don't really give a shit. It's fine.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I Ryan Cahill, I think, has the same mentality, you know?
Yeah,
So you're in good company there. He's doing okay.
yeah. Plus, he's got that smolder, and that man's good looking. It's like him and Pierce Brown are battling for that top spot of
Yeah.
hottest author.
I don't know. Like I feel like R. Verdi has a pretty strong smolder. Have you seen him?
He's up there for sure.
I'm not sure that he like loves that fact. I think he wants to be not the guy that just has the smolder, you know. But I mean, he can't get away from it. He's a good looking dude, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's just facts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the eyes. It's the eyes. I like
Yeah, in
me on the
fairness,
other
fairness,
hand.
if you happen to be watching this, I think you're the hottest, except for Giant
Wait. I think we're not, as we're talking about hot men. but Zach Argyle has to be mentioned in this group too.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
what
and
a good
Caden,
looking dude.
Caden Love's a bit young for my taste, but like, he's got the archetype for sure.
Sure. I mean, while we're going, let's just keep, ZS Diamante. I feel like he's like kind of perfected his smolder in his social media, because so
Yeah,
many of like his posts are kind of just about him, and he's like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh yeah, he's kind of the opposite of the smolder. I think he's the
Okay.
I don't the boy next door vibes.
Yeah. He's
Before
got
we
that.
move on, I'm going to throw in Nicholas Fuller to this list.
Oh,
No,
stop it. Stop it. No. We like there were already two people saying you're good looking, sir. There were two people when I was
they were
asking for
both
questions.
me.
They were both-
That was me. Nobody thought that organically.
no. Scott Palmer specifically
I
said
paid him
something about
fifty
you having.
dollars to say that. Scott didn't want to say that. I offered 30. He's like, no, you're gonna have to up that price.
True. Dave does want it. Yeah, NJ Alexander, king of car smolder.
Dude,
Yep. The car
he's
selfies.
gorgeous.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like I kind of like now that like I have a book about to come out here soon. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like try doing the car selfie game just to ride his coattails. You know.
yeah. I mean, I'll ride anything Nick does, including Nick. Oh, I think Nick is another cat who just like is good looking and hates being known for it. But it's like, what a gorgeous man. What are you gonna do?
Unfortunately, I think he's dead now. No, wait. He was still in the chat, but he did say he was gonna call his wife his ex-girlfriend and see if he survived. Yeah. There it was. Yep.
That's a bold call.
Right. Bold move, but no, he was in the chat later. So far he's not dead, but remains to be seen if he makes it through the night.
If he doesn't respond to this, yeah, he for sure died.
He for sure.
He's getting Greek coffee in heaven now.
Right. Nick's hair. Yep. It's Nick's hair. That's true. Yep.
Nick's hairline is just ridiculous. Mike Moman's hot too. Mike
Yeah.
Moman's a good looking dude. Roe, I'm give or take on, but every time I watch Bald and Balding, I'm just like, man, Mike is a good looking dude.
Rip. My favorite thing about Bald and Balding is all the old Muppet energy they have.
Oh yeah, they're fucking mean, dude.
Yeah, no, it's perfect. It's perfect.
I said something like I never saw a Star Trek episode or something, and they
They rip you
beat me
apart.
up
Yeah.
behind stage.
Oh man, yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Yep.
Luckily, they're so old, their bones just broke as they did, but it was still like hurt my feelings, you know.
Yeah. We're at least making Alex laugh, which is good. Anyone else wants to throw in, suggestions for best smolder? I want to hear it. But
I'll say Bill
uh
Adams, dude. For hot men, are we still talking about hot dudes?
yeah, who?
Bill Adams, God's Blood Tragedy, and Tana the Tender Sword.
Well,
He's kind of
now
got like the tired dad look, you know, like he's got like a little bit of a dad bod going on, but he's got the beard going, he's got the hairline, he's got the bright eyes. You know, a little bit past his prime, but still good bear material, you know. Careful with those hand gestures there, Nick.
I've got. Oh. Okay. All right. No. Yeah. The hand. Sorry, I was typing. Try to
Let's keep
find Bill
all
Adams.
hands where we can see them,
Try
please.
to. You know what? I totally see what you're saying. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I respect it. He's no R. Verdi for me, but I
Yeah.
respect it. I respect it.
Yeah, he's a certain vibe, you know. It's like the Cade. It's like the opposite of the Caden, you know. Caden's coming into his prime, and Bill Adams is leaving.
Right. Audrey, we got to know what you feel. Who has the best smolder? Anyway, all right. Let's talk a little bit more about whispers. What
Why? Let's keep talking about hot dudes.
This is way more fun. No. Okay, all right. So whispers, you've talked about it as a Name of the Wind meets Joe Abercrombie, which sounds fantastic. I'm kind of like on board with that already. Name of the Wind is one of my favorites. Right? Ooh.
Yeah.
What made you want to do it in a framed narrative?
So, Name of the Wind. I know Patrick Rothfuss is a controversial figure now, and blah blah blah. Name of the Wind is an all-time fantastic book.
Agreed.
Yeah, I would say it's like the first adult fantasy book that I read that I really deeply impacted me. Like I'd read Lord of the Rings and the Dragonlance books and the Drizzt books and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I read Name of the Wind, and I was like, this is what I want to do. Like this is incredible.
When I read Name of the Wind, I was like, I will never be able to do quite this, But, yeah.
Dude, Name of the Wind is the only book I'm willing to reread once every 2 years or so.
Yeah,
and God damn, he could write.
Yeah. Well,
could.
Anyway, he used to write. Yeah.
Yeah, and now he's such a controversial figure because it's hard to have a nuanced take where it's the book is fantastic. It's one of I think it's the best single fantasy book ever written. He also kind of sucks. I don't know, stealing from charities and stuff. Not good.
Right. Yeah. I don't Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I only have good things to say about Name of the Wind. Absolutely loved it. I think the first time I read it, I was in high school or maybe just out, and it was just blew my mind. And I love the Dracus too, and I was like, wait, this is kind of like a dragon, but it's like a different take. I love what he did. There's just so much
yeah.
Sorry, that just these guys just make me laugh sometimes. Anyway,
what's interesting in Name of the Wind, I actually kind of hate that part.
Oh really? You don't? Oh man.
Yeah, it's like that part in the after his parents die. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't read it, which is 15 years at this point.
What the hell? Yeah.
Page 7.
Yeah. Right.
That part, after that, and then before he goes to the school, I don't like that part that much, and then the dragon part I don't like that much. But that whole other 700 pages is fantastic.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you're entitled. Why didn't you like the Dracus? I just thought it was fun and interesting and sort of a different take on a dragon and that sort of thing. What didn't work about it for you?
I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. Like, I do think one of the main strengths of Rothfuss that kind of goes understated is
Mm-hmm.
actual dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
And the Denna dialogue is just not like as up to snuff as like anything
Fair.
with the horns where he's talking to the teachers or anything with
Mm-hmm.
Ambrose. Like, those are way better, you know. So I don't
Yeah.
know. The dragon is fine. It's not awful. It just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What about Wise Man's Fear? How did you feel about Wise Man's Fear?
Higher highs, lower lows.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Like the Cathay, I think is the coolest scene I've ever read.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll reread that scene once every 3 months because it's that shit is so good. And then
Wow. Okay.
yeah, and like the sword tree when he's going under the leaves and stuff. I like that part.
Super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, but then it's
Hmm.
like, oh, there's a whole colony of women who don't know how pregnancy works. It's like, I don't know if that's how people work.
Word. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. I guess I
Yeah,
didn't think about that part of it too much, but it's been a hot minute since I first read it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's just
um,
kind of this dumb little throwaway part. It's like it's only like a page or two, but yeah, he's like, oh, the women here don't know that having sex gets you pregnant. They just think it happens magically.
yeah. Well, I mean, it seems like they have a lot of sex though, so maybe there's like not correlation there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like they also like travel the world and stuff. Like they're
True.
they're mercenaries.
True. Yeah, yeah. They probably would pick this up somewhere. That's a good point.
Yeah, and like I think we see two of the Atom or however it's pronounced. Like they bang people outside of their colony.
Did they? Huh.
Yeah, the one that Koth is with
Yeah.
when they go do the
Happy.
mission,
Yeah.
he picks up a girl or he tries to pick up a girl at a bar or
Okay.
something.
All right.
And then the main girl that he's sleeping with
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
says like, yeah, she says that she bangs some guys sometime or whatever.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You should.
Yeah,
But that would like. I mean, so all of this uh makes sense for me. Like my whole exposure to like all of that was different. Like I was just amazed that he was talking about sex in a fantasy book. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because like I guess I was only reading kind of cleaner books, and then
yeah,
like the fact that it was even I had certainly hadn't read like Game of Thrones, that sort of, which there's a bit of that in there. You know what I mean? But yeah, for that to be in there, I was like, holy shit, you can do this. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like now, I think people these days would be like, of course you can. Have you not heard of like Fourth Wing? Like, but
Oh my god, yeah, there's a whole there's
yeah.
a whole shelf for it.
Right, right. Uh, for me though, that one I love I like some of the I hadn't thought about it necessarily that way, but yeah, I think like higher highs, lower low. I love the bloodless. It's just super super cool. Um,
Like
the
when
little
they whip him,
hmm?
when they whip his back.
No no. Well, the the device that he creates, and at the end he sort of gets
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
like
yeah,
the concept of it and the way it was like revealed and everything. Like I
yeah,
was like, this is so cool.
yeah. I mean, the
Um,
bandit camp is fucking insanity.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. That was, yeah, that was insanity. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's. I love the way that, like, I mean, the all of this, like, the both of them. You do get like that, and that was insanity, but it's also like it was very. uh are we gonna make it? It was like a knife's edge of it. Whereas I'm sure like the legends of like Quoth the King Killer of that camp would be like you can just sort of imagine how it's like, oh, he said like as above so below, and like boom, these people died. That guy is like a rock star, whatever. He's like
yeah,
actually right.
yeah. I
Um,
remember sweating during that scene. It's like there were 600 pages left. Like Koth's not gonna die here, but I was like, Koth's gonna fucking die here.
yeah, right, right, yeah, 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 yeah. I like the rings and the whole thing with like the mayor and
Yeah,
the game of tack. That sort of thing was cool. I do remember specifically like recommending that book to a friend like within the last like couple years, and I didn't think about the fact that it's in complete trilogy. So whoops, sorry, Allison.
yeah.
Uh, but I did say like there's one specific scene that like goes on way longer than it needs to, or one specific part. Can you guess which part that is?
Is it the Florian or however that's pronounced?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can agree that goes on for a bit long.
Right. I thought
Uh,
like the concept was cool, and I love like kind of the shadow cloak that she makes. That seems neat, but like Really? You
Yeah.
know? Right.
So I have
Yeah.
a controversial question for you on this that I'm going to
Okay.
try to get you canceled with.
You'd be canceled.
That's why I'm here. I'm a double agent.
God damn it.
Do
No shit.
authors owe the fans a completed series, trilogy, whatever it is?
Uh, you know, uh, hmm. I don't like the word "oh." I think that it's something that an author should strive for, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't I don't like the word "oh." I don't know. I'm gonna no. There you go.
No. All
No.
right. Yeah, I respect it. I
And the
disagree, but I respect it.
yeah, all right. You think they absolutely are owed
Assuming there's nothing blocking it, like, like if it's an indie author and it's like, I literally can't afford to eat, so I can't
yeah,
make this book right now, it's like, yeah, all right. But like someone like Patrick Rothfuss, George R. R. Martin, whoever, there's an implied promise when you make a
yes,
book one, right? It's the
yeah,
whole series is going to be done. So
sure,
authors are in this kind of weird boat right now where they say like, please buy book one so I can, the publisher can, whatever, can continue this series, but also fuck you, I don't owe you the series. It's this weird dichotomy that I don't think is going to work.
sure. Um, I think that's fair, and I respect it too. I can't imagine the stress that those two men are under, and
Oh,
like,
for sure.
and the thing that sucks for them, and again, this is sort of beside like kind of the shitty things about Rothfuss, and there's some legitimate shitty things, and I just don't feel like discussing those, um, but like the not shitty thing, like it must suck for both of them to know whatever you do, it doesn't matter. It's not going to please all your fans. You
Yeah,
know, there is no way to write an ending to either of those series that everyone's going to be like, that's what I was waiting for. It's not possible. You know,
yeah,
and the longer it goes, the more that's true. You know,
yeah,
which like is just has to be a garbage feeling. Plus, like for both of them, I mean, for us, we could finish a series and be like, "Cool, on to the next one," and it might even be better. You know, for them,
yeah,
like, how do you feel like the next one's going to be better? You know, you probably know that you're writing likely like your best thing. You know,
yeah. Which is probably, I would think that would inspire you to really finish it, and then this is kind of talking out of my ass because I don't know what these guys are feeling, but
sure, sure,
it's your magnum opus. It's what you're going to be known for. Like I think
yeah,
humans are kind of driven to have a legacy. Like it's like cool, like have kids, make a name for yourself, kind of thing. And like because you want to matter, you want to make your mark on the world. It's like
sure,
these guys have their chance. They can be Robert Jordan, they can be whoever.
sure,
And I don't know. I'm not gonna say they're wasting their chance. 'Cause I feel horrible for those guys because
yeah,
while they have brought it on themselves to some extent, especially
yeah,
Rothfuss,
yeah,
in this day and age with the internet and shit, like harassment gets out of hand quick,
yeah, yeah,
you know? So it's like, yeah,
yeah,
they made their beds, they fucked up, they overpromised, underdelivered, and people are mad, and
right,
rightly so.
right.
But the pushback is also insane.
Right. I think it's shitty that like the neither one of them can show up to any kind of event without fans going, go back and give me the next book, you know? Fuck
Yeah.
you. That's the part where I think like no, like that fan can go fuck
Oh
themselves and
yeah.
like and that fan is not entitled to a complete series. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny where I could not agree more or could not think more that like authors do owe fans the completed work, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're someone who harasses the author, go
Right.
fuck yourself. What are you doing?
Right. Right. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Unhinged people out there for sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yep. So how many books are you planning in your series, and how long can I harass you about it?
You can harass me anytime, especially if it's like with a selfie or with a video call. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Give me a ring. But it should be three. I could see it stretching to four, but I
Mhm.
do intend and fully expect this to be three complete books, and
Word.
I'll probably do novellas interlaced, just
Mm.
kind of more for fun than for anything else. But yeah, should be three. I'm hoping book two will be around 150,000 words. Then book three should be around like 225, 250.
Wow, you wow. That I'm impressed that like you have a concept of the word count of book 3 already.
Yeah, it's really more so just like I wrote like a high level plot overview,
Mm-hmm.
what all's going to happen in each three books.
Yeah.
Because with a timeline like this, when you have a frame narrative, you really have to keep the timeline in mind.
Sure. Okay. Sure. Sure. Sure.
Yeah, it's like the plot summaries of like just looking at it and what book one took. Yeah, that should be close to accurate, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Um. Nice. 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 How's the writing going right now?
Mostly really good. I started out the gate hot and I slowed down last month. I really don't. I guess I was just kind of busy and traveling a lot. And then
Mm-hmm.
this
Mm-hmm.
month I've really kind of picked back up on a hot start. It's right
Mm-hmm.
around 70,000 words, maybe. Yeah,
Okay.
I
Nice.
started around like April ish.
That's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're making good progress then.
Yeah. I mean, I recognize like I'm very, very blessed and lucky and everything to have gotten this kind of hot start.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, there's a little bit of internal pressure of like you gotta strike while the iron's hot.
Right.
At the end of the day, the book being good is far more important than it being fast. But there is some internal pressure of like, fuck, I gotta, I
Right.
gotta move.
Yeah, that's an interesting dichotomy because it's clear that like writing fast is good for the business of writing.
Yeah,
However, like if you can somehow, guarantee that your book is an absolute top tier breakout star, then sure, it's worth taking the extra time. Like Andy
yeah,
Weir doesn't put out a whole lot of books, but when he does, they're bangers and he's doing just fine on them. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like at the end of the day, I would much rather be someone like Gene Wolfe
Hmm.
or like kind of like a your favorite author's favorite author type kind of guy who wrote
Yeah.
really good stuff compared to like someone who just pumped out material.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really trying to take my time while also speeding up.
What is your like writing routine like?
So it's a little jam packed. So I work 7 to 4, and then I watch the baby from 4 to 8:30 or whatever. And she goes down. She's usually asleep by like 9.
How
And I'll
old is
usually just
baby?
2.5.
Okay, okay, all right. So not that baby of a baby, but I get you. I get you.
Yeah, she's talking and stuff. She starts calling
All right.
herself a kid. It's heartbreaking. It's very cute, but
Just wait until like one of your kids calls you bro.
oh, I'll be super ecstatic. I'm getting her to watch basketball right away.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I actually think it's really funny when my kids call me bro. It's pretty funny. But
Yeah. How old are yours?
I have a 12-year-old who was on the scene before I came into the scene, right?
Yeah.
But he's my boy, and we have a 4-year-old that we needed something to do during COVID, so
Oh
so
yeah. Yeah, I
but
can't imagine that was much fun because, dude, I kill a lot of time just walking around grocery stores.
yeah. No, yeah, well, yeah, I hear
I
you.
didn't know like having a baby, like most of the day is literally just like fucking run out the clock, just waiting for the day to kind of end.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it'd be like that. Sometimes it do,
Yeah.
um, but sometimes they're just the most wonderful thing. They
Oh, she's
like I
getting
pick
more and
up.
more fun.
He's getting what?
She's getting more and more fun, but dude, like the first year when they just sit there and cry all the time, like this shit blows.
Like so. I get you. I hear you. I kind of like a fair bit of that. I enjoyed. Like she wasn't. I was able to calm her down when she would cry a lot, and it got me, funny enough, like back into reading even more.
Yeah.
I would. She wanted me to hold her, and I would hold her, and I would hold my Kindle in the other hand and be reading the Kindle. So I'd kind of do rocking her and like reading, some different stuff. It was good times.
Yeah.
Um, but
I did
but I
spend
hear.
3 months of her life, like I guess like months like 6 to like 9 or 10 or something, with her strapped to me in a baby carrier, and we had like a L couch in the basement. So
Yeah,
I just walk around the couch with her strapped while I
yeah.
played Final Fantasy X.
There you go. Yeah, nice,
It was a
nice.
good couple months.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. I haven't done the gaming with the younger one as much, but the older my boy likes to. play games, of course, because what kid doesn't like playing video games? So we've played like some older games that I used to really love, like Left 4 Dead. We've played some of those
Yeah,
together.
dude. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love me a
I'm
good
very
co-op
excited for
game.
when she's like 6, maybe, so we can play
Yeah.
Crash Bash and Crash Team Racing and Spyro.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it'll be a blast.
Hey, bud. Thanks for joining. Um, yeah, that's fun stuff. I mean, so you only have the one kiddo?
Just the one. Yep.
Any plans for more, or
Nothing concrete.
Yeah.
Vague plans, but nothing concrete.
my father joked with my brother when my brother was the first to have kids. His kids are a little bit older than mine and whatnot. But my father had joked with him like, uh, when he only had one, he's like, one is only is cheating because you always know who did it. Now my brother's got 3 kids, so he's not cheating anymore.
Yeah. And I'm guessing your dad still just says like, just one more. I just want one more.
Not no.
You already done? Oh, I thought grandparents like their favorite number was just one more.
Just one more. No, no. He's he doesn't say it.
He's tapped out, damn.
Yep.
With
Yep.
ribs.
Yeah. We've been talking almost an hour. What else should we cover, man? What do you think?
Go back to
Oh,
hot.
I want to ask you a different question really quickly. I'm curious, and this has nothing to do with writing, but I'm curious about it. So you work in like imports and stuff. I imagine the tariff shenanigans have made life a little bit fun.
Yeah, I work in procurement now,
Yeah.
so it's been extra fun.
Yeah.
Because before I was kind of subsidized in just one area where we were just doing imports, and it really those calls are usually made on the export side than the import side, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of whatever. Like my job really didn't change that much, other than just like being shocked by the figures. But
Mm-hmm.
now,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, now it's definitely changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every day it feels like there's some new thing going on.
Yeah. I'm sure the like instability of it all is probably like part of the most difficult to deal with because what do you plan for, right?
Yeah, now it's like it's kind of nice almost, like because we're always on fire. Like the first 6 months or whatever, it was like every day was new, and it's like, oh well, every day is new, which
Mm-hmm.
is the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think you were about to say something when I asked like, what should we
No,
talk about?
we should just go back to talking about hot dudes. Really,
Hot take. Yeah.
let's go back to the well.
Go back to the. You know what I do want to mention briefly? I mentioned that I have a cover reveal in like
Ooh,
10, 11 hours now. 11 hours.
it's a little sneak peek.
Little sneak peek. What do you think? Should we
I
do a
think
little
I'll
sneak
see a
peek?
sneak peek.
Did I show? All right. I don't know if I should. A couple people have seen the cover already, but
A little sneak peek coming up.
bear with me here while we get this little. You guys want to? Anyone in the chat? You want a little
A little
sneak peek? What do you
I'm
think?
a little
What do you
sneak
think?
peek.
Little. Uh, 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 You know what I'm gonna actually do? I'm gonna show you the one because it's early. I'm gonna just throw a hot dude on the cover. I'm gonna show you one with different typography than what is actually going to be the final typography.
Ooh,
Just because. And then you guys can like compare and be like, oh, interesting.
yeah, a little evolution. Cool.
Right? Alright, let me share. Wait, now I need to actually be sharing. Come on, Nick, you know how to do this.
Yeah, this is a little blue and square. For me.
That doesn't look like a cover at all. All right, you ready? Give me a drum roll. Give me a drum roll, please. Perfect, perfect. Ta-da!
Ooh,
Look at that thing.
that's
Right?
awesome.
Right? Right?
Yeah, dude, that reminds me of a Lord of the Rings a good bit, like in the best way.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was like going for. I wanted to kind of evoke that, but also
Yeah,
feel its
oh,
own,
it's definitely like its own thing. Yeah, it's not Lord. It just evoke is a good word. It gives
Yeah.
off that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that rules. That's
I
a great
love it.
cover.
I love it. I gotta tell you, like, I mean, yeah, all the feedback I've gotten has been positive on the cover, and I
Yeah,
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
remind me what's coming out.
So the cover reveal is tomorrow morning. And because I know that cover reveal time is the time that I'm going to get like the most awareness and whatnot, I decided that although I've been saying, "Hey, cover reveal," it's actually going to be the release date,
Oh, sick, dude. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good idea.
We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, yeah,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
novellas don't make not to show your dreams immediately. They don't make a ton of money.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, this is
Yeah,
gonna be a great fucking day. I'm very excited for you.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
looking
I think
forward
this
to
is
it.
gonna go excellently for you.
I mean, I definitely, we've got a couple people lined up for the cover reveal, so that's pretty fun. I've got an ad that's going to be in SFF Addicts podcast because that's a
Sick.
thing you can do, right?
Yeah,
Figured that'd be fun, and like
yeah, dude.
that was pretty cool. Adrian made like an ad that is he put more work into that than I expected, and I think it came out pretty awesome. So
Yeah, I was hyping Adrian up today to someone actually.
yeah,
Yeah, Adrian rules. Adrian's the greatest.
it's facts. It's facts. Yep.
Another
All
hot
right.
dude, Adrian. Speaking of,
Going back to the well. Yep. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. Who,
yeah, he flew under the radar there for a minute. But when he got in the spotlight, it's like, oh yeah,
oh
no,
yeah.
Adrian
All
goes like,
right. Yeah. 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 He's got. Hasn't he called himself like the bad boy of SFF?
I can
I feel
believe
like
it.
he's got some of those vibes. He's a tattoo artist and talks about psychedelics sometimes. He's got some of
Yeah,
those
it's
vibes.
just like I don't know. His eyes are too pure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Gojo from fucking Jujutsu Kaisen, where it's like,
Right.
but he's just beautiful. You
He
know?
needs a little bit of like dick to be a bad boy too. He's a little too nice, right?
Yeah, he like is like a Michelangelo sculpture to life. You know? I just
Wow.
can't call him a bad boy, but
Wow. Oh yeah, yeah. No, he's chiseled in a beautiful way.
yeah, like everything about him on paper is like, yeah, this dude is a hard ass. It's like, no, this is the sweetest man I've ever seen.
So you're going to Worldcon. Have you seen the freaking panel that they've put together?
Good God, brother, that shit is crazy. It's like the
All right.
fucking Avengers.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Sanderson going, Avengers assembled, and George R. R. Martin and Robin Hobb and Ryan, they all come. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Much
yeah, that's a crazy lineup.
more an analogy than a novel. That's funny.
I think it kind of is.
Right, right.
Yeah,
All right. Well, this has been a delight talking with you, Mr. ZB Steele. I'll
yeah.
use
Thanks
the
for having
official
me
name.
on.
Yeah,
This was a
yeah.
blast. You
Yeah, hold
guys
them.
like Name of the Wind or Abercrombie? Go pick these books up. But
There you go. Wait. Hold them up again. But no.
oh, yeah, here they are. I've never been good at this. There's a little quote from Anna Smith Spark, who's one of the greatest authors of our generation. Ridiculously good at prose. And if you don't like me or don't like my books, go buy Nick's book tomorrow because it comes out with the cover reveal.
What a guy. What a guy. Thank you.
Guy.
Thank you.
Put that cover back out there real quick.
I mean, there's plenty of people here apparently that don't like you and are here for me.
Now buy this book.
Buy that one.
Don't buy my book. Go buy Nick's book. Nick is the man. I have him personally. I have him in third for hottest man behind Adrian and damn Pierce Brown. Those are my two guys. But Nick, you're in third.
Third.
Looks,
Beautiful.
and then you're in first with this cover look.
What a guy. What a guy. All right. Well, where can people find and follow you online, sir?
Twitter, Instagram, those are pretty much it. I have a Blue Sky. I don't really use it. I have a website. I don't really use it. Build a newsletter, which I probably won't use that much. And you can just drive to my house. I don't really use that much either. But yeah.
Is each of those places just ZB Steele? Search for ZB Steele?
I think there's an underscore in between ZB and Steele on Twitter.
That's right.
And Instagram, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Wait. I got you.
But if you look for a gorgeous, grimdark author with a balding hairline, it'll pull right up. You just got to type that into Google.
You know what? I'm doing it. I want to
Oh,
see.
please don't.
Well, I don't think it's gonna. You might
Oh,
have
it
learned.
might. No, Google
What
AI
does
is getting good. I did
Grimdark
ask for like the
author?
best indie fantasies the other day, and Dave lost me. So in the chat came right up for the Google AI.
Sorry, Stephen Arian is the first result on Google's regular results when you search gorgeous grimdark Arthur with a receding hairline.
We gotta get Steven on here. We gotta get him to defend his honor.
Anyway.
He will be wearing a hat, but that's irrelevant.
Well, I'm gonna call it a night. This
Thanks
has
for
been a
having me on.
blast. My pleasure. Look forward to hanging out with you at Worldcon. We're gonna have to do a karaoke.
That would be very fun. Rockstar by Nickelback. Everyone's welcome.
Everyone's welcome.
But really, it's just the hot dudes who are welcome. Everyone else.
If Pierce Brown wants to come and sing with
Brandon
us,
Harrison, come on in.
come on, have a beer. I'll buy the beer and you sing the song, mister.
There will be no buying of the beer. People will buy it for us.
Facts. All right. Chat, thank you all for being around. Thanks for poking fun. ZB, thanks for being here. Everyone, thank you. And if no one's told you yet today, you're an absolute legend. Boop. Bye.